Oh, hello, this is Chao Ching from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. During my visit to Vietnam several years ago, I really liked their rice noodle, and they called it pho. It is a very common breakfast item, and I had that for every breakfast when I was there. For this video, I'm going to use this brand of rice noodle called Chao Ching. This is one of the most available brand that you can find. I'm going to use my IMUSA 14-inch light cast iron wok to boil the noodles. The wok is probably the best utensil actually for boiling noodles. Because of its large opening, you can accommodate a lot of noodles. It provides a lot of space for you to stir the noodles. I use a pair of tongs to break up the noodles. It is really a very handy utensil for this purpose. Most of the time when I cook the noodles, I usually cook the entire package. The cooked noodles actually has great shelf life. I could use them over a period of about 7 to 10 days. Most of the time they will still be good after 2 weeks. Cooking rice noodle could be tricky because they could be easily overcooked. In the beginning, I overcooked them and they turned into a glue-like texture. So okay, at least I know how to make glue if I need it in a hurry. I set the timer for cooking this noodle for about 2.5 minutes, or when the noodle turns slightly soft. And rice noodle is best when the texture is firm, or you would call it al dente. When you're ready to eat the rice noodle, I usually warm it up with some boiling water that will finish the remaining of the cooking. To me, that's when it provides the best texture. There are many different kinds of rice noodles. I have been going to shop in a fairly large Asian supermarket. It has many different kinds of ingredients that are used for Asian cooking. However, what impressed me is the number of different kinds of rice noodles that they have. This brand is the one that I like best, but you definitely could try other brands as well. They're all slightly different from each other. And now the noodles is done, I'm going to transfer them to a large bowl of cold water to stop the noodle from cooking any further. So as you can see, it only takes a very small amount of time to boil these noodles. I have a very large colander which I use almost exclusively for making noodles. After I drain off the original water, I'm going to rinse it with cold water for a couple more times. Rinsing it with cold water will remove the starch that might release during the cooking. This will give the noodles a more clean and crisp taste. Next, I'm going to transfer the noodles in a small plastic container, just enough of a portion for a meal. I find that at this point the best is not to add any oil or salt to the noodle so that they will retain their natural flavor. As you can see, I'm getting some help. For the amount of noodles in that package, I'm able to make enough noodles that will fill 3 plastic containers. This rice noodle can be used for a different type of dishes. Of course, the most frequently used is to make a noodle soup, but I also use them to make the chow mein or lo mein. Here I make a noodle soup that I'm going to use a little bit later for lunch. You can add almost anything you want to the noodle soup, but here I mainly add some different kinds of vegetables. If you use a cast iron wok, a light cast iron wok, or a carbon steel wok, I would like to point out a couple of things to you. Boiling water in this wok will remove their seasonings. As you can see, cleaning the wok is relatively simple. After I clean them, I dry them with a sponge. I will then hang them up for further drying. If I'm not going to use the wok for a couple of weeks, then I will coat the surface with a light layer of oil to prevent it from rusting. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.